Legends are not born perfect. They are shaped by struggle, sacrifice, and the weight of an entire nation's hope. Zinedine Zidane's story is one of breathtaking triumph and heartbreaking downfall. He rose from the streets of Marseille to lift France to unimaginable glory, only to see his fairy tale end in the most dramatic and controversial way on football's biggest stage. This is not just the tale of a player. It's the journey of a man whose passion both built and shattered his legacy. The France that the world knows today was not always a footballing powerhouse. In the early 1990s, the French national team struggled deeply. They missed out on major tournaments, their confidence was broken, and their football identity seemed lost. Supporters waited desperately for a hero, someone who could bring hope and pride back to the nation. That hero appeared in 1994, a 22-year-old playmaker from Marseille named Zinedine Zidane. Zidane was not the fastest runner nor the most physically dominant athlete, but he carried something rare: vision, elegance, and a calm mind under pressure. His intelligence on the pitch quickly set him apart. Within just a few years, he was the heartbeat of the French team. In 1998, on home soil, Zidane rose to immortality. In the World Cup final against mighty Brazil, he scored 2 unforgettable goals with his head, the very symbol of his brilliance. That night, France lifted their first ever World Cup, and Zidane became more than a footballer. He became a national treasure. From that moment, the boy from Marseille was no longer just a player. He was a symbol of unity for a divided country. His artistry gave France something to believe in, and his leadership inspired an entire generation. Winning Euro 2000 only cemented his legendary status further. The world admired him not just for his skills, but for the way he carried himself with calmness and authority. But behind the elegance was also a fiery passion, the same passion that one day would become his downfall. After Euro 2004, Zidane retired from international football. Without him, the French team looked broken, struggling to even qualify for the 2006 World Cup. Out of desperation, coach Raymond Domenech pleaded with Zidane to return. Many thought he was finished, too old to make a difference. But Zidane's love for his country was stronger than any doubt. He returned, and instantly the team transformed. His presence gave France the strength to fight again, and soon they booked their place at the World Cup in Germany. The group stage was shaky. France drew against Switzerland and South Korea, barely surviving with a final win over Togo. Critics predicted an early exit, but Zidane was not ready to leave quietly. In the knockout rounds, he produced magic. Against Spain, he scored and assisted. Against Brazil, the reigning champions, he dominated the game, creating the winning goal and receiving the Man of the Match award. In the semi-final against Portugal, he scored the decisive penalty that sent France into the final. The world now waited for his last dance. Zidane had already announced that this would be his final professional match. The stage was set for the perfect farewell, the greatest French player leading his nation to another World Cup victory. In the final against Italy, it began like a fairy tale. Just 7 minutes into the game, Zidane scored a daring penalty, a Panenka against Gianluigi Buffon, one of the best goalkeepers in history. The ball clipped the crossbar, bounced down, and barely crossed the line. France was in front, and it looked like destiny was smiling. But fate, as always, had other plans. Italy struck back quickly. Marco Materazzi, the same man who conceded the penalty, scored the equalizer with a powerful header. From then on, the match became a battle of nerves, strength, and heart. Both sides created chances. Thierry Henry ran tirelessly, Ribéry came close, and Zidane himself forced Buffon into a spectacular save in extra time with a thunderous header. It felt like the script of 1998 was about to repeat, Zidane delivering glory with his head once again. But Buffon's stop kept Italy alive. As the minutes passed, tension grew heavier. Then, in the 110th minute, came the moment that shocked the world. After a brief exchange of words with Materazzi, Zidane suddenly turned, lowered his head, and struck his opponent square in the chest. The Italian fell to the ground, and the stadium froze in disbelief. The referee consulted with his assistants and then raised the red card. Zidane, the captain, the legend, walked off the pitch in his final game, not as a hero, but in shame. It was a heartbreaking sight. The man who had carried a nation on his shoulders was now leaving the world stage in tears and silence. For France, it meant facing Italy in the penalty shootout without their leader. One by one, the Italians scored. When David Trezeguet missed his kick, hope faded. Italy lifted the World Cup, and Zidane's final chapter was sealed. Not in glory, but in controversy. The world reacted instantly. Some called Zidane a disgrace. Others defended him, saying no man should tolerate personal insults. Later, Zidane admitted he was provoked with words about his family. Insults too cruel to ignore. He apologized to the French people but not to Materazzi. For many, this moment summarized who Zidane truly was. A man of genius, passion, and emotion, whose greatest strength and deepest weakness came from the same fire burning inside him. Despite that infamous headbutt, Zidane remains one of football's greatest icons. He won everything a player could dream of: the World Cup, the European Championship, the Champions League, and the Ballon d'Or. His elegance, vision, and courage inspired millions across the world. And even in his fall, he reminded us that legends are not perfect, they are human. His story is not just about football, but about life itself. How passion can lift us to the highest peaks, and how it can sometimes drag us down in a single instant. Years later, Zidane returned to football as a coach and proved once again his brilliance by leading Real Madrid to multiple Champions League titles. His legacy, therefore, is not defined by one mistake but by decades of excellence, leadership, and inspiration. Zidane's journey teaches us that greatness is not about never falling. It's about rising, giving everything for what you love, and leaving behind a story that will never be forgotten. Backhand index pointing right if you enjoyed this story. Make sure to like the video and visit our channel for more inspiring journeys from the world of football.